Garden tour video. I'm so excited. This is what my mom and I have been working on. She came out for this past weekend and I took some days off of work just to get the garden in, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to give you a tour of what we have and what we hope will survive through the deer, because they are quite literally in our yard on a daily basis and they like to munch everything. So we're gonna find out. Whatever survives is what I'll plant more of next time, and then whatever doesn't survive I'll know can't be here. So this is the front corner. These ones are really hard to see, but they're called dotted gay feather, and they're really small, kind of spiky ones. They look like grass. Hopefully next year I don't forget and just rip them out, because they're not grass, they're a flower. It's going to be kind of a tall pink one. Next to that I have two side oats grandmas and then two blue grandmas. I didn't love grasses, but they're growing on me because the deer don't eat them, and they do still serve a purpose for pollinators, so I'm going to tolerate having bunch grasses in my garden. And yeah, I think they're going to grow on me. This here is basin big sage. I have a bunch of these in the garden. These I already know are deer proof, so they don't touch them. I've watched them come up and nose them and they don't eat them, so lots of those throughout the garden. This is prairie June grass. The deer have kind of grabbed it and pulled it out of the ground, but they haven't eaten it. So now that they're back in the ground again, they've left them alone, so I think prairie June grass should be fine moving forward. These are called woolly sunflower. These are the only ones that have been blooming since we bought them, so that's very exciting. And the deer have not come and picked off the flowers yet, so hopefully they just leave the whole plant alone. You can see what I've put around all the plants is barberry that I cut down out of the garden. So they have these spines that really hurt to touch, so their sensitive little noses don't want to stick in there to eat it. So I'm hoping they leave them alone and the plants can at least get established, so if they do come nibble them, the plant's at least strong enough to grow back from that. So that, I have that everywhere. That's all of this red stuff is barberry that I cut down and kind of placed over the plants. This is blue bunch wheatgrass, another bunch grass. Two of these I bought really tall from Kara's when their Great Bear native plant stock came in, and then this one came with the plant packs that I bought from the Bitterroot watershed. They sell native plant packs, so that's what all these little ones are that I just bought. Over here I still need to put it in, but this is Oregon grape. I know deer won't eat this because I see it all over town. It gets these really beautiful yellow flowers on it, and then this will be kind of a big shrub like up by the corner of our house. I also put rocks everywhere because I think they're cool. This I think actually is just a chunk of concrete that kind of looks like a rock, but I don't care. It looks cool. It's got like mosses growing on it, so welcome to the garden. This is geranium, sticky geranium, which is a cool plant. It like captures bugs, but it's already been, you can see this thing here, it's already been sampled by deer because this wasn't under the prickles enough, so I think this will be not long for the garden. Everything that's sticking out that they can eat, they are eating, so I think as soon as I move these out of the way they'll just be gone. So I think no geranium for the garden long term. This is blue flax, which I forgot to cover with prickles, but they haven't eaten, and obviously they were over here eating the geranium and they didn't eat the blue flax, so I think blue flax is going to be a winner. Back here I have wax currant. Again, these have been out and not protected from deer, and they haven't taken a bite at all, so those are going to be kind of the big shrubs that I'll be able to have in the garden besides Oregon grape. This is silver sagebrush, so same as the like basin sage, but like a different kind of sage. So it's got longer, more flowy leaves, and they're not lobed like the other ones. The other one's tridentata, and this one is not. Here is nodding onion. These are really popular with pollinators. I don't know if they're gonna live, so we're gonna see, you know, after a month or so I'll take the barberry off and we'll see if they get eaten or not. Back there, more blue bunch wheatgrass. This is a different species of Oregon grape. This one's really small. This one's gonna stay really low and be more like a ground cover. It's also gotten nibbled by deer a little, but I think they're gonna not come back and eat that one because I've seen that one growing a lot too. So I think they just ate it, didn't like it, and now I think they'll leave it alone. 3 back here are showy milkweed. We'll see if those survive. This is rabbit brush, so this is gonna be like 6 feet by 6 feet someday, but for now it's just this cute little plant. I know the deer leave the rabbit brush alone, so again I got more rabbit brush kind of throughout the garden. 4 plants here that I think the deer, like this one, the prickles moved aside. They definitely could have eaten that if they wanted to last night, but they didn't. So I'm thinking that's gonna be a long-term winner. It's called Pearly Everlasting, and it has really woolly leaves, and they don't like leaves with a lot of texture, like woolly or thick fuzzy leaves, so I think that one will be a good one that they'll leave alone. Back there is some more prairie June grass, and then on this side we got sagebrush again, some more rabbit brush. These 2 are anise hyssop. Not sure about these with the deer, so they got the barberry over them. See if they'll leave those alone. These 3 I'm really excited about. They're called Monroe's Globe Mallow. They have orange flowers, which is really exciting. Not sure if they'll survive the deer, but really hoping they will because they just seem super cute. 3 blanket flowers. I think these will be okay because I've seen these growing like roadside and they haven't eaten them, so I think they'll leave them alone, but we'll find out. More rabbit brush, more blue grama. Back here, another basin sage. Over here we have 2 goldenrods. We'll see about those. I think they'll be okay, but we'll find out. This is narrowleaf yucca, which I didn't realize is not native to here, but it's not invasive at least, so we'll see. They've been leaving this one alone. This one's been exposed for a while, so that one should be fine. More sage, more blue grama, more sage, more blue grama, more rabbit brush here, sage, and then in the middle I have bee balm. These look really good out of their containers, so I'm hoping these will work because they're kind of the centerpiece of the whole garden. They're supposed to get really tall and purple and fluffy, so hopefully bee balm will work. And then back here I have prairie coneflower covered with the barberry. We'll see. They look kind of sad. I think they got a little beat up by our rain and hailstorm that happened like a few hours after I planted. Whoops, I should have looked at the weather. But yeah, we'll see about those. More prairie June grass. And then finally back in the front corner, purple coneflower. So yeah, we're gonna see how it all turns out. Oh, and then over here I just put in a bunch of seeds. I just cleared out, it was just like weed city, it wasn't anything over here. This is what it looks like when it gets eaten by deer, so I put this over it later, but this is self-heal. It pretty much acted like a salad. They just ate it the first night we had it out, so probably won't make it, but we'll put this over it and see if maybe if it grows a little taller they'll leave it alone, but probably not a winner. And then I have silver lupine, some more milkweed, some cushion buckwheat seeds, all kind of planted over here. I put them in the refrigerator to stratify. We'll see if they grow. If not, it's just kind of a fun experiment with seeds. So yeah, that's the garden. Thanks for stopping by. Wear sunscreen. Okay, bye.